Hi Aquarius, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for November 30th through February 13th. Happy New Year to you if you are celebrating. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Okay. Four of Swords. So perhaps some of you are taking a mental rest or a time out after a very trying time. This might be rest and recuperation for you, or just disengaging from a mental battle or emotional issue. The Emperor could be Aries. Five of Wands, Nine of Cups, Five of Cups. Goodness. Hello. Five of Cups. What is that? King of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this doesn't have any major arcana. Watch, it all comes out in clarifying, right? But this feels like it's kind of just, well, mundane in the sense that it's nothing too heavy duty. Like you're not really going through it here. It's just kind of the ins and outs of everyday life or situation specific. There's not a whole lot of depth here. Well, there is an Emperor, but it's only 1 out of 7, so 1 heavy out of 7. Point being, it's nothing too etched in stone, too pivotal, transformational, or heavy duty. This would be temporary discomfort or heartache. Just saying. All right, so we've got this reprieve, this rest, this time out, and maybe what you're wanting is to be back in control again. You don't want any more fighting, and you'll get your wish if things work out in your favor. Maybe you want the other person to feel disappointment, sadness, and loss. You don't want them to be decisive and be like, okay, well, you don't want them to break up with you. You don't want them to be able to move on or have a new idea. Maybe this is also, you don't want them to go online and start up some shenanigans. This is either someone's going to be stubborn, or it's going to be a solid, reliable, stable progression. Might be glacial, might be really slow, but it will be progress. It will be unified, stable, steady progress. Now, whether you're single or with somebody, that's the thing, because this is a united, or this is resolute. So either you're with somebody and you two are working on the same page, it's solid, stable, or you're by yourself and this is your commitment to your own security and stability. All right, so let's see what this Emperor is about. Could be Aries. What's this Emperor about? Got the Knight of Pentacles again. So we've got someone kind of standing firm in their secure, solid position and not making a decision, maybe not communicating. That could be what this is. Taking that time out, having a truce. Five of Wands. No communication, no movement. Someone basically, see, the horse isn't moving here. It's someone that's maybe taking a step or still thinking about things, but it's very, very slow. Maybe a step every 2 days or something. Five of Wands. What's that about? You don't want any more fighting. Well, that duh. Let's do Nine of Cups. What's this Nine of Cups about? Okay. Finding balance. What else for the Nine of Cups? Balance being restored. Finding balance. Being set free to find balance. Being back in control. And it's like a good problem to have. Oh, I have to figure out how to make this all work, but I'm happy about it because I'm back in control. One more. Aquarius. Oh, adjusting to a new normal. Okay. So things work out. Apparently this is an ending that sticks. This reprieve, this truce, this shutting down of communication and standing securely in your corner, reestablishing control is actually, it's going to stick. This, well, maybe it will, maybe it won't. However, you're back where you want to be. You get what you want out of it. And there is an adjustment to a new normal, finding balance. So you're wanting disappointment. Why? Maybe this is you wanting the other person to feel disappointed over this ending and they don't know what to do or what to make of it. They don't know how to move forward. You don't want them to be clear-headed and decisive. You want them disappointed. You want them to feel the loss that you perhaps feel, or you want them to feel lost without you. You want them to be disappointed and sad. Maybe this is you wanting that emotional release over an ending that you didn't feel like you had any choice in. You'd rather feel disappointment than feel trapped. Maybe that's what that is. King of Swords, this is about decisive energy. This is about someone making a decision to cut something off, or that this is the way it's going to be. It could also be that you don't want to have whoever this King of Swords is. It could be another Aquarius or a Gemini or a Libra, making a small offer of love, trying to figure out how to make it work. So you don't want to have those conversations. You don't want to hear it. You don't want somebody trying to use their mental prowess, or largely being in the state of trying to figure out how to make this work, trying to win back your affection or love. You don't want to deal with that. I've got cat hair. There it is. Something's just flying around your nose and itching me. Okay. And this Knight of Pentacles looks like it's you basically being able to have what you want. This could represent just having a physical only relationship, because you're busy trying to balance other things and deal with this new beginning that you have. But for some of you it could be that, but it feels by and large like this is about you being back in control. This is Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you getting your wish. So we got the Nine of Cups here, which is things working out. So like you being happy over something, or the result of something in the moment, or the way things turned out. This is overarching getting your wish. So this is a situational wish card. This is getting it over time. Things working out on a grand scale for you. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we've got communal connection and or marriage, or basically after an offer has been put out and things come to fruition, there's much rejoicing and celebrating over that. And a lot of times this is about an offer being made, to, like, what do you think, you and I making it, real or committed or making it legal. And in fact, it's a mutually agreed upon decision, and it's almost like best of both worlds. Both sides of the family become great friends or get along. Everybody's happy. Everybody's community connected, or connected in the community. There's adventures to be had, much rejoicing. You know what I mean? It's just a really good time, a time for celebrating. So marriage. So this is slow and steady progress towards a long-term goal of communal connection with somebody. So it looks like, honestly, it looks like you have just broken up with somebody, Aquarius. And it could be you. This could be you, or but basically I feel like this is you, though. Honestly, I feel like this is all you. I don't really see the other person here. I just see you kind of dealing with a relationship ending and being like, all right, cool, new beginning. I'm happy. I'm good. And maybe you'd rather feel the disappointment and deal with that than you would trying to figure out how to make it work with this person. Maybe you don't want them to come back to you and be like, okay, this is how we can make it work. Maybe you're done working it out. Maybe this is, rathering what you want to happen is someone to feel disappointed and process the loss, than to go online and, have emotional affairs or whatnot and try to have it all, where you're caught up in that. Maybe this is someone that was doing a lot of stuff online and you don't want that. But what you do want is for probably somebody to be processing or feeling the loss, and to feel like, hey, now you don't know what to do. I was a really good, solid catch, and you ruined it. Darn it. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's an Aries. Lots of maybes and could be's, because this is general. Everybody's situation is uniquely different. All right, so Aquarius. Too little, too late. This is someone. It's almost like whatever's happened has been, and here I am saying this is not heavy duty, it's fine, and yet this is about an offer coming in that is missed because someone was so it's almost like, okay, by this time, if this doesn't happen, then I walk, or I have to walk. And it happened 3 minutes after the ultimatum, that said, like, okay, if this doesn't happen by 3 o'clock on a Tuesday, well, here it is, on a Tuesday, and the offer came in. And it's just like, do you stand on principle and let it go and be resolute and no? Or is it that, you're so concerned with something that you miss something, you miss the point or the offer entirely, or that you're just starting to realize, maybe this isn't it. And then all of a sudden this offer just doesn't really matter anymore. But this has to do with deadlines, messages, anticipation, waiting for a response. Basically, be careful of ultimatums, be careful of conditions, and just certain things. Control, basically. Be careful of trying to manage someone else. Maybe this is you reestablishing control after having two ultimatums in a relationship, or realizing, I think control over life is more important than any kind of love offers right now. Maybe you just want to keep it physical. Okay. Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know? Moonlight Goddess. Repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. So that could be what this is too. That could be what this is. Maybe you're wanting to take a break to process, to have time to deal with your disappointment about this ending that you don't know what to do yet, but you want that time to figure it out. Okay, maybe that's what that is. This is a 2, so we got the High Priestess, which is Pisces or Cancer, as a 2. So this could be that also. You could be dealing with the Pisces or a Cancer. This speaks to the healing and the reflection. This also speaks to reflection, looking back on all that you've endured or accomplished with this person, or in your relationships in general, in love situations, and kind of having time to process all of that and to feel all the feels, which ultimately lead to a period of this sort of hermit-like energy going deep, this using your intuition. Then from that, hope is born, right? Because all of a sudden things come full circle and you're like, okay, this is what I want and can do for the future now. You feel pretty solid about what you can offer or what you can pursue. One day that would be communal connection with somebody. All right, one more for Aquarius. Aquarius. Yeah, inner wisdom. Just what this was. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Yeah. Yeah, this that would speak to this right here. Reestablishing control, being back. Even though there's disappointment, this is all about regaining. It's merely a step in recalibrating to and adjusting to your new normal. You got that 2 of Pentacles? Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles right there also. Okay, let's see what 2 2s are, just for the heck of it. 2 2s, accord or agreement. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so basically this is you recalibrating and realigning, trusting your intuition, knowing that even though there's disappointment, you're on the right path. You feel solid, you feel steady, you feel sure about it, that things are going to work out for you over time. That's all you need, right? Okay, all right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.